EC2. Let's see how it goes. Okay, and before that, let me give you small brief description about these two subtopics, which is remaining, which has to complete by yesterday, but it has not done. So, uh, AWS share responsibility, shared model. We are going to discuss AWS share responsibility model. See, this is the shared responsibility model. Let me pick the image. Is this visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. See, what does it done when we purchase any service or anything from the cloud? There are two part. One is customer side and the other one is the cloud provider vendor side. That cloud provider vendor side could be anyone, like any of the cloud provider. So in this there are some shared responsibility. Like shared responsibility is means some of the part which is completely responsible and services provided by the cloud provider vendor will be maintained by them. If something goes wrong in their area, they will be responsible. But if something goes wrong at customers end, the cloud provider vendor will not be responsible for that. Like for example, AWS is only responsible for the hardware, for the the data or the licensing part, like compute services, softwares, operating system, patches, whatever we purchase from AWS, they are only responsible for them, for that those services or those hardware. But for the customer side is like customers data, customers platform, customers application, customers own operating system, own network they are designing, own firewall rule or some SSL certification, anything whatever bring by the customer to run their application or to run the infrastructure, they are responsible for that. They can't claim or they can't blame to AWS that no, my firewall is breaking just because of you and all those things. All the things are recorded. They have a clear crystal record, or I would say logs, that who is responsible for whatever service. They have a list of service and list of part that you are the responsible and I am the responsible. And there is, see, right now we are only using free tier account, so it's completely fine. They are not doing so much of agreement thing. But whenever we open any organization and we are going to buy all the resources and we are registering things with AWS, there is a small agreement they sign in which all these details are mentioned, that this is responsible by AWS and this will be responsible by you. Along with that, there will be a SLA also. SLA is like a service level agreement. In that they will mention if something goes wrong, like the priority. They mention that if this kind of things happen, then we will resolve in these many days, or we will resolve in the priority. These things also will be written in the agreement. Like suppose for example EC2 machine is not working, so those things is also mentioned, that the compute service, if it goes down because of us, so we will take it at a P0 or P1 priority, and we will resolve in these many hours, or 30 minutes or 30 second or 30 hours, whatever time it will take. And if there will be any business loss for you, we will pay you. If there will not be any business loss, we will migrate that machine to another machine, so that the traffic which is coming to that current machine which is not working will route to other machine, and you will get the 100% service. So this kind of agreement and shared responsibility model is also there in between customers and AWS. Now the next part is global service region. Global service and regional service. Now, what is the meaning of global services and regional services? See, whenever we open any service, like for example, I have opened EC2. If you will see, there is a region mentioned, on which region you want to design or you want to create this machine, right? See, I can change it to from North Virginia to Ohio. I can change it to Mumbai. Any region I can change. I can change to Asia Pacific, like that. But for example, there are services which is global. What is the meaning of global? If I will click on S3, see, it will change to global. If I will click on IAM, see, it will be global only. Now, what is the meaning of global and the regional service? Global services are which is not bothered about the region. It's like they are across the globe. For example, EC2 machine, what I am creating as of now, I am sitting in India. So what I will do, I will try to create in India region, nearby India region only, so that the latency to access that machine will be reduced, because the network need to travel. If I'm going to create EC2 machine in US, the network travel all over from the globe, and then it will respond me from the US. But if I will create it in a Mumbai region or Hyderabad region or whatever region which is nearby me, it will reduce the latency part, it will respond earlier. But there are some of the service which is not required any kind of region thing. Like for example, IAM, this is just a user and group authentication service, so this is not required any kind of region thing. And for S3, we are creating a storage is like a dumping a data into somewhere, like what we do in our normal physical environment. We have a external hard disk, we have a pen drive, so that is external, right? It will be kept anywhere. It is not like we are going to attach in our laptop permanently. That is external part. So S3 is also a kind of external storage. One point. But when we create a storage inside Amazon S3, so they will ask you the region while creating, but the service will be global. So for example, I am creating a bucket. Bucket is like a folder. I'm creating a folder into AWS account or AWS environment. Like for example, I have created one folder Kanchan, and I mentioned there I want to create this into Mumbai region, for example. So I will create it into Mumbai. The data will be kept in the Mumbai region, but I can access it from anywhere. It is not mandatory to go inside the Mumbai region to access this data, because this is kind of a external storage. When we will go with the AWS S3 topic, we will discuss these things additionally. But this is very common question which come in exam, that what all are the global services. So there are a lot of services which are global: IAM, S3, Route 53, CDN, Route 53. We will discuss Route 53 also, but I just wanted to show you right now that these are the global service. See, it is still global, right? Here, if we will go with the cloud front, see global. And if we will go, for example, VPC, see, change it, it will allow me to change the region. And if I will go to any other service, what is the name, Pocket CloudWatch, it will still be the same. Okay, any doubt in this part?
No.
Okay, thank you. So let's just go with the EC2. Now, what is EC2? First question is, uh, as I told you, you should not come blind to the class. So, have you gone through with little bit basic about EC2 or not?
Yeah, it's just like a virtual machine.
Okay. Which is provided by, okay, downloading is speed is good, upload
AWS.
is, uh-huh.
We can create virtual machines. They are type of EC2 instances as per need. Um, it's kind of virtualization. It's not a kind of, it is a virtualization.
Okay, yeah. Ashwati, you?
Yeah. In EC2 instances, we can create instances like we can create buckets there. And
Bucket? No.
I mean,
See, EC2 is kind of a virtual machine only. Yeah, just me said is correct. The only difference is it is not in our infrastructure or in my laptop. It's in the AWS infrastructure. We are just purchasing from them, renting out the machine simply. It will be same like our normal laptop or desktop machine only, and the only thing to purchase it from AWS is we are not responsible for that machine. They will be responsible for that machine's hardware, patching, like operating system, all those things, licensing part. So we are in the security and the firewall rule. Anything related with the hardware thing, they are responsible for that. We are only responsible for our machine, our application, and the thing what we are going to run on that machine. That's it. So what is the difference between normal machine and the EC2 machine is EC2 machine is secure, reusable, and the compute capacity for the virtual and any workload. So secure, obviously we understood that why it is secure, because all the security is being maintained by AWS. No one can easily access and hack our machine. One point. Second point is resizable, is like, see, if I am creating virtual machine in my physical environment, there will be one time when there will be a hardware limitation, right? We need to increase day by day the hardware, and we need to buy new hardware and attach with that machine. But when there will be a load decrease, or where there will be no requirement come, and whatever happen, so that will be the hardware wastage also, the cost. But with the Amazon EC2, you can increase the capacity, you can decrease the capacity anytime, and they are 100% fault tolerance and high availability machine. Always they are available. The only thing is needed is internet. But the drawback, or I would say a thing, is because of internet, they are virtual, right? So you need to have a good high speed internet. It's like we are only just going to use for free tier and for practice, but in the industry this is very big issue because of bandwidth and latency, networking part, how much response time people are getting when they click with the website. Like for example, recently, just I gave you example, AWS is responding very slow to me. So there will be a two reason: my internet speed is slow, or AWS infrastructure is having a problem. So these things right now we are not doing any production work, or our business is not running with this. But there will be a some problem when there is money involved. For example, there is a website IRCTC, right? We all heard that IRCTC is the website where we book the trains. So if someone is booking the train normally without any waiting, because there was the 1,000 or 100 of the seats are available, so he knows that he will get one seat in the train. But what if there is a tatkal ticket booking? There is a limited window. In 1 second, 1 minute or 2 minutes, the whole seats are booked. And if the website will take this much time to respond, there might be a chances I will not get the seat. So these kind of response, all those things, everything is been managed by AWS. They have a thing how they can respond. We can do the settings. We can purchase that type of machine. Many more things are yet to come. We will see and we will discuss. And see, they are giving a SLA commitment of 99.99% availability. This is the document. Just go through, and just only read once. It's fine. I'm not saying that you just understand everything here. Just go through and see. These are the customer who use most widely these machines. There are customers like Netflix, a very very big company. They are completely dependent on AWS. They are using AWS only for everything. So this is EC2. Why EC2 is called EC2 is because the full form is Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, Elastic Compute Cloud is having 2C, that's why it become a EC2. And this is like a virtual machine only, but they call it as an instance in terms of AWS. But in terms of Azure, Microsoft Azure, they call it as a virtual machine. So everyone is having a different naming thing, but the background of all these name is same. We are, at the end of the day, we are only just creating a machine which we are going to use just like a normal machine only. Okay, so the next part is, let me just quickly go and show you one how to create one machine. I will go little fast initially, then in the deep down one by one we will discuss that what is doing while creating a EC2 machine. So we'll just go and simply click on EC2 dashboard. And one more thing, whenever you will create any resource, just fix yourself with the one region, either whatever favorite region you have, just stick on that. Otherwise what happened, if you will frequently change the region, it will be the thing, it will, there will be a problem that you will forget that what in which region I have created. So I always prefer to go with North Virginia, so you can also go with that. Okay, this machine is running. So this is the EC2 dashboard. Right now one machine is running for me, but you will get 0 machines name here. So this will be the first page while creating or launching the instance. If you will go and see the instance, EC2 instance dashboard, they will give you some brief summary that how many instances are running and what is the key pair, what is the elastic IP, all those things. And if you will go down, see, they are giving the data center health status also. What is the meaning of this health status is, see, North Virginia is having 6 availability zones. Biggest zone which is having a 6, there is minimum 3 or 2 in every region, but North Virginia is having highest availability zone because this is the headquarter of AWS. And see, these are the 6 availability zones are available, and the region is right now operating normally, it's healthy. Now if I'll go and create on launch instance, I will get this screen in which I am able to launch. See, this is the left side panel. There are also services available. You can directly go and jump on it. But right now, as we are going to create a EC2 instance, so we'll stay here. See, first section is name and tag. Second one is application and operating system. Third one is the key pair. Fourth one is the networking settings, and the fifth one is configuration setting, and the sixth one is advanced setting. So earlier there was 7 steps, but 3 okay, 7 is there. See, name, application, instance type, key pair, network, configuration, and advanced. So these are the 7 stages you need to go through, and then you will able to create the EC2 machine. It is not mandatory to fill all these details. You can go and choose as per your choice, and you can keep it as a default also, no problem with that. Now see, name and tag, I can give any name and tag. So let me give demo machine. Okay, now application and operating system, any type of application and operating system you can go and choose. If you wanted to create a Windows machine, Ubuntu, Mac. Earlier Mac was not supported by AWS, but recently they have added with the Mac also, so you can go and choose it. Debian, SUSE, Red Hat, any. Right now And also Linux is having a different flavor, right? Red Hat is there, Ubuntu is there, CentOS is there, SUSE is there, Debian is also, they all are the same, belongs to the same family. As Linux is the open source system, people can design their own operating system also, just like Oracle has designed that their own Oracle Linux. Microsoft Azure has designed their own Linux version. In a similar way, Amazon is also having a Amazon Linux operating system. So it's like a Linux only, but they have designed their own Linux part. So we'll just select this part only just for demo. See, there are different type of AMIs is available under Amazon Linux. Also we have a different types of AMIs, so we will discuss this part when we'll go with the deep, when AMI will come. Right now I'm just only selecting the default thing. Instance type, there are a lot of instance type that is also coming, but right now I'm just only selecting the T2 micro because that is the free tier eligible. Always remember one thing, everything is chargeable. You need to be very careful when while selecting those things. See, if I'll go and see Amazon Linux, there are different type of flavors are available under this, but these two are only free tier eligible. If I'll go and select on Ubuntu for example, under Ubuntu also there are lot of flavors are available, but these three are only the free tier eligible. Under Windows also, if I'll go and select, see, Windows is having only these many flavors free, but there are many more, they are not free tier eligible, so they are chargeable. So just go and select the free tier part, Amazon Linux, and the free tier is selected. Similarly, instance type, there are a lot of instance types are available. The categories also we are going to discuss under the section of type of instance and all those things, but right now I'm only selecting T2 micro. This is the only thing, only instance type which is available for free tier eligibility. Key pair, now what is the key pair? Key pair is like a lock and key pair, which one key is with you, that is a private key, one key is with Amazon, that is a public key. So whenever you are going to log in into this machine, you need that key to log in into that machine. Okay, so we are creating one key pair, for example AWS batch, AWS SAA batch. I can give any name. I'm just giving because throughout the course I'm going to use this key pair for you. Okay, there are two types of key pair, PEM and PPK. PPK is nothing but it's just a putty software supported, and PEM is like a for open SSH. Now putty and open SSH, I'll tell you, just hold. Okay, and see here, key create key pair, and don't forget to download this key. If you have forgot to download, or if you have lost this key, you are not able to connect with the machine again. So you need to be very careful with handling this key. In the industry also, if you have created a key and keeping in the public shared area, there again will be the problem. You need to keep it in the secure place, and you need to always be available with this key. If this key is not with you, you won't be able to log in the machine. Okay, so I'm just saving into the desktop. Okay, this is saved. Networking part I'm completely skipping right now because we'll see in network section. Storage section also just leave. Everything I am not opening. See, only thing what I have selected right now, I just gave the name Amazon Linux as operating system and the instance type and the key pair. Four thing I have selected, and one number of instance, how many I want, one. Launch instance. So it will launch the instance, and I will go and see the instance. See, it is launching here. It will take 2-3 minutes to launch. Right now the state is pending. See, this is the detail about the instance. like this is the public IP, this is the private IP, host name, DNS name, instance type, what is the network area, what is the subnet area, network, everything, whatever we have not selected, they will take it by default, right? There will be a disk size also, like our C drive or D drive. Drive part is also will be there. C key pair name is there. See, it is now in a running state. But if you will see, the status is still initializing. Now, what this status means is, while creating a machine, it takes 1 or 2 minutes, but status check will be like two status check. One is system status check and the other one is the instance status check. System status check means the hardware, actual data center hardware where this machine is going to create, is that healthy, is that is working fine. So are we going to get the complete response with this system? So they are checking that part. Instance is this particular small machine which you have created, that's it. Under that, the operating system, the license, Windows license, the default software, the drive, all those things will be verified. So it will again take, see, okay, still initializing. You will soon, you will get 2 by 2 check passed here. Okay, so let me introduce one next thing to you, how you are going to access this. Till now this status will be checked 2 by 2. What do you understand by SSH? Any idea? Have you heard?
Um, so it's Telnet and SSH is kind of same thing, right? But SSH
No,
is more secure.
no, I'm not talking about that part. See,
Okay.
what I'm talking is, there are two terms which you are going to heard so much in this part is RDP and SSH, right? RDP is remote desktop. This is for Windows. If I wanted to log in into the Windows machine, we need to RDP into that. What is the RDP? Just type simply RDP. Everyone is having this remote desktop connection. We can use this for login into any Windows machine. But how we can log in with the Linux machine? So the connection what we use to log in into the Linux machine is like a SSH. It's like we are doing secure shell. SSH means secure shell connection, SSH connection. The connection which we establish to connect with the any Linux machine, right? So there are lot of tools are available in the market to do SSH into the Linux machine. Now, what all are those tools are? They are the putty. Have you heard about putty before?
Yeah.
Okay. Ashwati, you?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So putty tool is there, Mobax term is there. I like Mobax term more. So initially I will recommend you to use Mobax term. You can go ahead with the putty. I will give you one demo with putty also. So right now we are going to use Mobax term. How to download that? Just simply type Mobax term in Google and see, this is the first link, and under this download section you just directly go and see there are two versions. One is the free tier and the professional, so definitely we are going to use the free tier version. So under this download section there are two things, you can install it or you can use the portable edition, anyone, but just install in your system so it will be easy. So I have Mobaxterm available in my system. This is the Mobaxterm icon already downloaded and running. So let me open. See, once you will download this, you will get this type of screen. So, okay. This will be the home screen. See, like that. You can go ahead with light or dark theme, any of them. So under this part, what we will do, see, See, 2 by 2 status check is passed, it means the instance is healthy. So we will just go and take the public IP. Right now I'm just only taking public IP. I will go to mobaxterm. I will click on session. Under this I wanted to do SSH. We can do all these type of sessions also with the help of mobaxterm. See, are you able to see the options, right? So we are
Yes.
just, sorry, hello. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So what we will do, we will just click on SSH. We will type the IP address here, and we will type SS advanced setting. Under the advanced setting, there is a private key option. So I will just click check here. The key which I have downloaded recently, I will click on that part and I will select that key and I will open it. So it will be stored here and I will click on OK. That's it. It will ask me, seems your first time connecting, are you okay, are you accepting this? So I will just click on accept part. It will prompt me for the username. Now what is the username? So default username for Linux machine is EC2 hyphen user. Okay, how you will get this? And press enter. See, now you are inside that machine. Next is how you are getting this username. If sometimes you forgot, you don't know what is a username. So if you will click on this connect option, under this connect option, you will get that username. See, IP address and the username detail. Okay. Now, see, this is my first Linux machine. I can do anything with this. For example, I can do ls option. I can create a directory mkdir demo. If I'll go again ls hyphen la, see this one. Have you guys aware about the Linux part, right? Basic command, do you know what how to work on Linux machines?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this is like a Linux machine, normal Linux machine. We can use it. If I wanted to see the OS, I can go and OS release. See, this is the operating system detail. It's a Amazon Linux machine. Base is CentOS, rel header. So the command like a yum will update, will work. Like I can type sudo yum update hyphen y. See, it will update the machine. Everything right now, no update is required, but it will update. So this is our first EC2 instances created. Now let's just move forward. How different things are there? How we can create? Similarly, we can create one Windows machine also. We will create window machine also. Now next part is type of instance. Now what is the meaning of type of instance? See, there are this 6 to 7 types of instance are there. Some of them are general purpose, compute optimize, memory optimize, accelerated computing, storage optimize, HPC, instance feature, measuring instance performance. This is not the type, but these are the 7 types. Okay, very important question for exam. Any 1 or 2 question you will get from there. Now, under general purpose instances are those instances where you are not clear with your requirement. Are you more focused on memory? Are you going to more focused on storage part? Are you going to more focused on performance? Like you need a high response, then you will need to go with the compute. So initially, just like us, we are only just learning, so we are not aware that how we are going to perform with our application, how much bandwidth required for our application, or many more things. So we can go ahead with the general purpose. Under general purpose, there are a lot of sections like these are the type: M7G, Mac, MC, MG, M6G, M6GI. Everything is having a different part and different thing. There are the list of MG6, like this is the head. Under head you have a different type. Now what type is this? See, if recently I have selected T2 micro, right? So T2 is having these many type of instances. Now what are they? Under T2 section we have a T2 nano. If we are going to select a T2 nano instance, we will get one CPU and one CPU, virtual CPU, and the CPU credit hours is, I don't know what it is, but that is not even important. Important is memory. Half GB of RAM we are getting, and one volume. What is the EBS volume? EBS volume is nothing but the kind of C drive or D drive. So we will get one EBS only. Under T2 micro, one is the CPU and the 1 GB of RAM. This is the free tier eligible. Same way T2 small is having 1 and the 2 GB RAM. Same way there are different type of sizes are available. So they are kind of very small machines. See 1, 2, 3, 4 CPU. Memory is also till 8, 16, 32. Right? Under T2, but still I want little higher type of machine, so I can go with the M5 or something. So if you will see, CPU and the memory is higher, little higher, or if there will be a little high CPU and memory, the charge will also be high. How Amazon charge with all those things is they charge in hourly basis. Recently they have launched the minute basis also. Like for example, earlier days, if you have any machine, if you have purchased any machine from Amazon and if you have used that machine for around 46 minutes, for if you have used 46 minutes, you need to still pay for the 1 hour. If you have used for around 90 minutes, right, 90 minutes, then you need to pay for 2 hours. So they were charging for hourly basis, but now they are charging based on the base of minutes. If you have used for 46 minutes, they will charge for 46 minutes. If you have used for 90 minutes, they will charge for 90 minutes. Okay, now next part here is, this is I'm talking about general purpose, general requirement. If you will read here, general purpose instance provide a balance of compute, memory and networking. Everything in this is balanced form, average. But if you will go with the compute optimized section, under compute optimized section, instances are ideal for the compute where you need a high performing processors. So if you will see the flavors of these instances, you will see there will be a high CPU, high memory, high CPU. See, like this 64. More CPU side, they are inclined more towards the CPU size. C5, see under C5, see 96 CPUs, 72. If you want little more, you can see the C4 size. Okay, this is less. I guess 6A is there. Yeah, here 128, 192. These are the code and instance size name. If you will move towards the memory side, so they are more inclined towards the memory side. Memory is like a RAM part. So under RAM part, see, CPU is very less, but the RAM is very high. Under this section, there are again the different type of R series is available. See, 1536 is the memory, but the CPU is less. So they are more inclined towards the memory. And it is not mandatory to mug up all these things, just high level you can learn. Like for example, under general purpose, you can see M series is there and T series is there. Under compute section, if you will see, it's all the things are with the C series. Memory section, if you will see, R series and X series. Under accelerator computing, it's a P. T is also there, but that is only one part, so it will not ask in the exam. So P and G section. Accelerating is like a kind of a GPU part, graphics card. They are like a gaming laptops. They will have a this GPU part also. Though memory and CPU will be high, but they have a graphics card that is up to 8 GB of NVIDIA. So they are giving in this description everything. Storage section, they are like more storage capacity. Now what is the meaning of storage capacity? See, memory and storage is different. Memory is, they are talking about RAM. Storage, they are talking about hard disk and or SSD thing. It is not like in this machines you are not getting any kind of storage. You will get small storage part because you at least need a 30 GB of space to install operating system. So they give some basic, but if you are more inclined toward the storage, like you want a high input output performance for storage thing, so you can select this storage option. So under storage option, if you will see, along with CPU and memory, they are average size, but you are getting this SSD also. Earlier they are providing HDD, hard disk, normal hard disk, but here they are providing SSD under storage optimized, so they are more inclined towards the storage section. HPC is like a high performance capacity systems, which is required very high performance in like NASA or somewhere. They use it for the research purpose. So this is C. SSD also there, memory is there, core CPU, this much core CPU they are giving. They are not giving number of CPUs, they are giving 64 core CPUs, and they have only two variants are available. That's it. They are very big machines. That's it. So these are the types. Six types of instance are there. Any doubt in this part?
No, so far good.
Okay. So how to select that instance type? I told you that T2 micro was the free tier eligible, but you can select any type of machine. In free tier also you can select, but that will be chargeable for you. Now, see, we have created one machine, we have talked about the instance type. Next option is purchasing model. Now what is the purchasing model? Means like how you are going to charge, how this pricing will be calculated. If you will see, every page of Amazon will have the pricing detail. So see, under this pricing option you will get all the detail related with the pricing thing.
Sorry to interrupt. What kind of questions are related with instance like in the paper? So do we have to learn or what kind of instances in particular? Let's say in general, how many kind of instances like A1, M4, all
No,
types
no,
we
no,
have to
no, no,
learn
no,
how
no,
many
no, no,
CPUs?
no, no. They are
Okay,
not going to ask any kind of hard things to you. As I told you, they are just only going to ask very basic things. Basic things is like this. What is the means like they will give you one scenario, and under that scenario, for example, they can see I'm developing a game, and in that game I am looking
okay,
for the high performance, then what, and they will give you this type of instance, then what type of instance you will going to use it, this kind of question. They can give you a option like a HP, or they can give you like I series or D series thing, and they will ask you what type of instance is this. Is this a storage or accelerator or memory? So it's like you need
okay,
to understand only the series part. One thing. And the second point is, after this course, don't directly go for the exam. Purchase some of the question paper, google it some question paper, do some practice with the questions, then only go for the exam. See, while learning is a different part, we are learning just the concept part, but while going for the exam there are a lot of theory and a lot of studies required, right?
okay,
So before exam I will tell you, I will guide you how you can get that sample papers and all those things, but do the practice, maximum practice you can do. Whatever you are doing in this screen, just observe. If you are more familiar with this console, it's very easy to clear the exam. So
okay.
yeah, any other doubt?
No,
Okay, Ashwati, any doubt?
No.
And yeah, you have not updated this
So
sheet,
sorry.
Ashwati. Okay, so just update it.
I'm so sorry. I will update it.
Yeah, thanks. So Yeah. Now we are going to see the purchasing options. See, there are multiple way to pay for Amazon EC2 instance, like on demand, saving plan, instance, reserve instance, spots instance. You can also pay for the dedicated host, which provide EC2 instance capacity on a physical server dedicated for you. For example, let's just go down there. Yeah. So, what do you understand by on demand? Now the question comes is on demand. On demand means pay as you go thing is like a on demand. On demand, you just need to uh, what I say, just go and buy it. Yeah, and I'm sorry for one thing. I just told you that they are charging for minute. No, they are charging for seconds now. Right, how they are changed, because see, earlier Amazon was charging for hourly basis, but all of a sudden in the middle of something, Microsoft Azure bring the pay per minute concept. So yeah, obviously AWS wants to be the market leader, so they have introduced pay per second concept. And if you will see here, we can pay the compute capacity by the hour or the seconds, depending on whichever instance you are running. So there are kind of pay per second is only eligible based on instance, what type of instance you are taking. But the majorly area is still the hourly basis, and for any of the cloud provider vendor, it's hourly basis only. They have very few instances on which you can pay on the basis of seconds. And now what let me bring the paint here. There are a lot of instances, right? So we can go with the on demand, in which case you will go with the on demand when you are not sure that how many days or how many years or how at what time you will up this instance, or at what time you are down with this instance, anything. So when you are not sure, you are going to buy a on demand instance. So recently the instance which we have created is the on demand. We have got a demand, we have got the use case we want to learn, so we have purchased this instance. Now next is, so there is no other option or a detail is required to learn on demand. It's just only the definition thing you can learn, or the user just learn this small theory part also. That's it. Any upfront payment or long term commitment is not there into the on demand part. Next part is reserve instance. Let me tell you the reserve instance first. Reserve instance are very cheap. They are having 2-3 types of reserve instance option, but the only problem with the reserve instance is they will give you up to 72% of discount. Like for example, if you are going to purchase any on demand instance, you need to pay 100 rupees. But if you are going to purchase any reserved instance under this reserve instance, so they are super cheaper, and you will get at up to 72% of discount. So once the 72% discount, then the charge of this instance will be 28 rupees. So this much difference, price difference, you will get with the reserve instance. But obviously if there is a reserve instance problem, so there will be the, like what I should say to you in the reserve instance part. Yeah, if on demand is giving some extra facility, you will get some problem with reserve instance also. So the problem with reserve instance is you need to buy this instance for 1 year or for the 3 years, at least for 1 year or for the 3 years. It's not like 1 2 3 years, or for 1 month, or for 6 months, for 8 months, for 18 months, or 20 months. No, either you can buy it for 1 year or for the 2 years. For example, if you have a requirement for 2 years, in that case you can go with the 1 year. Then after 1 year you can renew your instance, or you can directly buy for 3 years, so 1 year money will be wasted. So it's up to you. For 5 years, if you wanted to buy for 5 years, then you need to first purchase for 3 years, then only you can renew your license after 3 years. So this is one point. And here, if you will see the 72% as compared to on demand, I wanted to show you the types also. That is that. Huh. See, there are three types of reserve instance. One is standard RI, other one is convertible RI, second one is scheduled RI. Now, what is the point? Standard RI is normal, cheaper than 72% of on demand. Convertible RI is a 54% cheaper than on demand. Now, what is the meaning of convertible RI? Suppose I have purchased a T2 micro instance under standard RI for 3 years, for example. So, for 3 years, I am fixed with this instance. I can't change it because I'm getting one CPU and 1 GB RAM with this, right? And suppose my business goes up and I am not able to increase the bandwidth of this machine. So it will be very difficult for me because I'm fixed with this for 3 years. Now, how to get rid of it? So they reserve instances give one option, that is convertible RI. So they will give you the option with this that anytime you can change this T2 micro to T2 large or T2 small, or you can reduce it to T2 nano also, anytime, whenever you need. Understood this part? Any confusion on this section till now? Are you able to follow me how this purchasing will be done? Because this
Yeah.
is really important. Okay. So EC2 section, compute section itself is very important. Once you will done and you will understand the compute section, it's very easy to understand AWS. Now scheduled RI. Now what is the meaning of scheduled RI? As you can see, as the name suggests, it will come for the scheduled time. For example, I have a website called flipkart.com, and in the sale time is like Diwali, Holi, there are maximum traffic increase in my website, so I need a more system, and I don't want to pay an extra charge also. I want to be get the cheaper machines, so I can buy a scheduled instance in which I can give pre-intimation to Amazon that from 10th of October to 20th of October I need 20 machine extra under scheduled RI section. So there will be still cheaper, these machines are still cheaper than the on demand. You can anytime you can go ahead with the on demand, but still as you are the fixed customer for them, you will get extra discount. Now this is about the reserve instance, but in reserve instance there is one more section, how to pay. So if you will see, okay, so I wanted to show you that how to pay. Where is that screen? This one. See, under this payment option, for specifically only for the reserve instance, there are three types of options are available. One is all upfront, other one is partial upfront, third one is no upfront. It's like when you are purchasing and doing any agreement with Amazon for 1 year for purchasing this instance, you can pay with three ways. One is all upfront, partial upfront, and the no upfront. All upfront is like, for example, if Amazon is charging 28 rupees per year, so you need to pay the complete 28 rupees in one go before buying the instance. Partial upfront is I can ask them to I will pay 20 rupees and 8 rupees I will pay you later. So it's like a partial part. No upfront is like 0 rupees you are paying and they will you will pay after 1 year. Definitely there will be a slight price changes. All upfront will be the cheaper as compared to no upfront, right? And Okay, so this is about the paying option and the type of instance under reserve instance. Now the next option or the next instance type is spot instance. So we have seen on demand, we have seen the reserve instance. There is one thing called spot instance. Now what is the meaning of spot instance? See, this is the rack of data center, right? Amazon has designed complete data center, but that data center is still not completely full or completely sold out. It's not like everyone is using. There are some of the section like this much is only booked or this much is booked. So rest of the section is blank. They are still making some loss on this part. They are earning something from these three blocks, but they are making loss because no one is buying it. So let me give you one hotel example, then you will understand this part more easily. There is a hotel in which there are 5 rooms, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As we know, the hotel check-in time is 11 a.m. most of the time, right? 11 a.m. and the checkout time, sorry, 12 a.m. and the checkout time is 11 a.m. right? In any 12 p.m. and 11 a.m. So this is the time. So in the morning of 12 p.m., my 2 rooms are sold out. But still, for the whole day, these 3 are free for whole day because no one is buying. But still, I need to pay the extra thing which is been observed, which has been acquired by these 3 rooms. So what I will do, I will make some discount or some strategy to get some money out of these 3 rooms. So what will be the strategy? One man came to you and asked for the room, and he was saying, I want that room for only for 4 hours. I don't want for more than that. So can you give me? So they will say, no, no, we have a policy of these things. No, but this person negotiated, and that he told that, see, you are not, anyway you are not getting anything from these 3 rooms, so can you give me in the lesser cost? Suppose there is a charge for 2000 per room, but you can ask them, okay, take the 500 rupees and give me that room for 4 hours. This is one point. The second point is, but the hotel person told, okay, I will give you the room for 4 hours with this with 500 rupees, but if someone give me 1,000 rupees, and if I don't have any rooms available, I will take out that room from you and I will give that room to the other person. So he said, okay, no problem. It's like a bidding thing. I am bidding for 500 as of now. If someone will come and bid you for 1,000 rupees, I will give to them, and that will only open for till 12 p.m. because 12 p.m. anyways he is going to get a proper booking, and he will earn 2k from this room. So these things also been done with here. Amazon is having some of the extra racks available like this, which are loss making racks. But what Amazon do? Amazon keep these instances for the bidding as a spot instance. So you can go and directly buy, and they are super cheaper. They are 90% cheaper. Like for example, if you are paying 100 rupees here, you will pay 10 rupees here. Then the question can come into your mind that why we are going to buy this, then why we can't buy this 10 rupees. So the problem with this 10 rupees instances, they are not fixed and they are not trustworthy. Amazon can take back this instance from you with 2 minutes of notice. Sometimes they will not give 2 minutes of notice also. If they will get some above requirement as compared to you, they will take out this machine from you and they will assign for the person who is paying higher charges, or someone is requesting for on demand. So the use case of this instance is some patching or testing purpose use, very temporary work. whenever you wanted to do some testing or patching or some caching part, you can buy these instances and you are good to go with your work. Means like those data or that work which if you will lose also, you can still have the backup with you. Like for example, I have one data, this, I want to process this data. So I have this data available with me in my system, but I want some processing. So I can buy a spot instance, I can process that data here, and I'm good to go. But in between, when I'm processing this data, Amazon has take out this machine from me, I'm not able to work on it, but still I have that data available with me. This kind of work can be done on the spot instance part. Temporary part, if you will learn here, is application that has a flexible start and end time, application that are flexible only a very low compute price, user with the urgent computing need a large amount of additional capacity. So understood with on demand, spot, and memory, or still have any doubt in this these three?
Mm. Uh, till now, I don't think I have any doubt, but I will.
Okay, great. So yeah, saving plan is kind of, saving plan is also the same like a reserve, but there are a lot of different things also. It's like a flexible pricing model, so they are super cheap also. But see, under the saving plan, you will get, means this is not that much important, but if you want, you can read this document. But the major part is the three: on demand, spot, and reserve instance. Now the next thing will be very important, and you will definitely get any question on this: dedicated host. Let's just complete it, will take 2-3 minutes, then we'll close the session today. See, under dedicated host, uh, how the thing works in the instance. See, in AWS side, they have racks available, right? And you have requested for one instance. So what they will do? They will give one this section to you as a virtual machine. But this is running right now. This machine is running. You are using it. So till then, it's fine. But what you did, you stopped that machine because at the day end you have done with this machine, so you have stopped it. That is not working, it's in shutdown state. So when the machine is in the shutdown state, in at that time, what Amazon do, the storage which is attached with this machine, they take out from this machine and store into the different section here, that is called SAN storage. They keep that storage into here, and the hardware they will give to other customer. The only hardware part, storage I'm not talking about. Storage they will keep in some safe location, that okay, this is fixed for Kanchan, I can't touch on it. But the hardware they will allocate to, for example, Ashwati, if she is needed. But the very next day I came and I again started my machine up. So now definitely storage is there. I again need one instance. So what Amazon will do? Amazon will create one more hardware, and it's not always mandatory. You will get the same hardware also, but most of the time you will not get the same hardware. So again they will create one hardware and they will attach this storage with you, and you will get this. You will, from front end you will never understand that you are not working on the same hardware. You will feel like that you are working on the same hardware because of the storage, it's same, but the hardware is different. So with this, what happened, you will only charge for the storage section, you will never charge for the hardware section. Whenever we keep our machine in the stop state, we only charge with the storage section, not the compute part. Whenever the machine is running, you will get you need to pay for the compute and storage charges both. But whenever the machine is in the stop state, you only need to pay for the storage cost. This is one part. When the machine is terminated, you need to no need to pay any cost, and you will never ever get back that machine. Like for example, if I will see under this, if I will terminate this machine, I cannot restart this machine. Never. It will gone. See, it is terminating. So first it will shut down and then it will terminate. Terminate is like I'm releasing this machine, I'm returning this machine to Amazon. Okay. But what about the dedicated? Then what is the purpose of dedicated? So dedicated host or dedicated instance is having two part. One is dedicated instance, other one is dedicated host. Okay. So what happened here, if we will understood the concept here, hardware is not belong to me, but in dedicated instance and dedicated host, hardware is also belong to me and it's fixed. For example, dedicated instance is like only one instance, only one machine. Dedicated host means the complete rack is belong to me. I can create n number of instance inside this particular host. But what is the use of dedicated instance or dedicated hardware? What is the use of dedicated hardware purchasing? See, there are some of the license, some of the certificate, or some of the patching, or some of the software which are hardware dependent. Like I am having one application which is hardware dependent, that is completely dependent on my hardware, that required one specific license, that is hardware specific. Like for example, if I have installed one here I have installed one uh, license, if that hardware will change, I need to again configure the license to this machine. So this will be again the problem for me. So for in that case, I can go with the dedicated instance and dedicated host. Dedicated instance is like very small use case. Dedicated host is like a where I want multiple servers from one host, so I can directly patch my software into host and I can again create a number of machine and I can use it. So this come under dedicated host section. And the charges is higher as compared to all other instance types because you are fixing the hardware. And if any machine, if you have created with the dedicated host, if you will stop that machine also, still that hardware is fixed for you. So you need to pay the hardware cost and the storage cost both. Understood? Any doubt on this section? Just go through tomorrow, and if doubt you can go, but right now if you have any doubt you can ask.
No, maybe tomorrow I can ask after going through this all of this
Okay. No
electronic.
problem.
No, it's okay.
Okay, great. So we will see rest of the part tomorrow. Okay. Okay then. Chalo. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.